Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome to the quite loud musical segments. So we'll go straight into the action. So today is day 6 of the IAE Expo, and we get to have a look at possibly the largest display so far at the event, Aegis Dynamics. Yes, the Aegis Dynamics, the famous guys who came up with pretty much everything. And I will just say, before we go on, I'm going to go back up the way I can, so apologies for the extremely loud music, which, by the way, I've turned my music off because the normal music was interfering with the other music. But can we just say, that is an incredibly intimidating view, and also hilarious at the same time. It's fucking glorious. Fucking glorious. So yes, this is, in fact, the big daddy of the show. Probably, in my opinion, the absolute highlight, apart from potentially Drake Interplanetary. But again, we will see. So, this is... well, these are all quite impressive bits of kit. We have got the gladiators, we have got the sabers, and my absolute babies. Oh. Anyway... So how things go in this particular event. We have got me basically walking around the event grounds, showcasing you guys some of the absolute fantastic ships that are available on sale and available here, and get my general opinion. And that bugger, yeah, that guy in the background there, that big fuck off dude who looks really menacing, I get to get a look inside for the first time. Never been inside that thing for the first time. Sounds awesome, and sounds innuendo-ish. Let's get started. So, to start off the event, we have 2 Gladiuses. This is the bog standard Gladius. Limited knowledge-wise where, this appears to be the standard issue fighter for the UEE Navy. And it looks pretty damn awesome. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it has a hint of F-18 style, F-18, I want to call it Lightning. It's not the Lightning. The F-18... Now, let me just get inside. This is actually the first time I've ever been inside one of these things. There you go. So, let's have a look-see. Beauty. So, as you can see, the MFDs are fairly simplified, but really awesome nonetheless. I mean, you've seen this style of ship in many displays. She looks like an absolute beast. Is probably extremely maneuverable and effective, and I now, well, yeah, definitely liking this thing. I'm definitely loving this particular ship. I love the displays. It looks dope as all hell. I cannot wait. I am definitely going to try and upgrade myself to one of these ships at some point, though I probably will rent the Valiant, only because I just definitely want to, hang on, just quickly. Boom, boom. There we go. So, anyway, so there's the Gladius Valiant, which has a slightly up-tiered gun, a little bit harder hitting weapons on the side, probably a bit more maneuverable, and a bit more powerful in its weapon composition, which is pretty awesome. Now, we'll ignore this giant elephant in the room, even though it is a fucking huge display. My god, sir. We'll go instead to the left-hand side. I mean, if you wanted to have a size reference, look at that. Look at the size reference. Just, Jesus Christ. So anyway, we've got 2 sabers here located on the left-hand side. As you can see, they look pretty dope. And this is actually my first time coming up close to them as well. And it looks really, really nice. Let's have a little quick... I've already rented this, haven't I? Yes. I sort of saw it in the distance and I thought, ooh, rent. So, let's see what this thing is like inside. This looks a bit more like a heavy fighter, which is probably the case because it is a heavy fighter. Oh boy. Yeah, this thing looks pretty fucking dope. It's a bit of a... It kind of feels like the mix between an F4 Phantom and a F-14 Tomcat. This thing has definitely liking this thing. Like, ooh, you know, what kind of guns does this thing have? It's got... Oh, they're all laser repeaters. Okay. Panther laser repeater. Not bad. And they're probably going to be hard-hitting as well, which is very good. Also, nice amount of missiles and everything. So, overall, this thing looks like a freaking beast. And I'm looking forward to giving this thing a test drive in the the Daymar quest or the Sterling quest. The only problem is because I have because of work and also because of timing, I have such limited amounts of time to actually test all these vehicles, which is a real shame because I would love just to spend as much time as I can. I mean, if I had infinite amounts of money, then I definitely would buy them. But actually, no, we've only glanced over that. I have to look at it. So this is the let's have a look. See. The Saber Comet. This looks a bit more like a stealth-style fighter. Its camouflage looks lovely. That is a scatter gun on its side. So I'm getting there. I'm getting to know things better. No, both of those fighters look absolutely dope as all hell, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Again, we'll ignore this elephant in the room for the time being, until we've taken care and had looked at things. But just look at them. Fucking far it goes back. Goes to the other bloody room. Jesus Christ. Now, if you're wondering what this thing is, all I'm going to say is it's a salvager. See the pincers? God, imagine getting a purple nipple from that thing. God, that would be painful. Like, your entire nipple would be just destroyed, and the rest of your body. Now, this is where I have a full orgasm ready at any moment. Because these are my beautiful ships known as the Vanguard series. We have the Vanguard Sentinel, the Vanguard Hoplite, the Vanguard Harbinger, and of course the Vanguard Warden. Now, the Vanguard series are a series of heavy fighter / transport aircraft utilized by the UEE. This is the absolute beauty of them all. I mean, each of them are absolutely beautiful, but in my opinion, like, I love that one. Don't get me wrong. To be honest with you, I want both. Because I'm that crazy. But this is the heavy hitter, the heavy smacker, with hard-pointed cannon abilities. I just love it. God, the music is loud. Well, actually, no, it's the sound effects. Let's get inside. Let's get inside before it gets too loud. Right, there we go. So this is the... We'll just close that up. So this is the Harbinger ship. Now, normally, instead of having like a crew cabin quarters on this particular thing, which would facilitate a longer stay, if you will, or like ship weaponry, they've decided to instead replace it with a series of heavy catapult / heavy weapons systems, which is really fucking awesome. I absolutely love it. Also, we have the usual suspects, you know, the shitter with, the shit showers, which is lovely. We also have room for 2. There is a turret system on the top, which, depending on which version you have, either has a gun, or it is customizable for you to have laser repeaters or whatever. And this particular ship is focused with usability in mind. Hang on, let me just quickly... So you can open this up, get access to your cooling system, which is pretty fucking dope. You get access to more sort of systems that go into it. You've got the shield generator point, so you get to see the shield gen, power plant, cooling systems, all of these sort of access panels. There's the cooling modules on the side, which you have 2 of, so yep, that's pretty dope. And as you get into this particular vessel, I have been on the Vanguard Warden a fair amount of times. Luckily, due to my position within the VSI org, just in general being in the VSI org, we get access to utilize these particular ships, as they are a really good vessel for transporting people, as well as utilizing weapon systems and everything. But let's just have a look at some of the weapons the Vanguard Harbinger has. So we have CVSA ballistic cannon, and then we have the ballistic autocannon, Kusa ballistic cannon, a lot of ballistic cannons in this one. So this thing is literally like Daka on a stick. And it is absolutely lovely, and I love every aspect about it. The view from the cockpit is also extremely nice. Not as perhaps as has a large enough variety as other vessels, but it definitely does have that power mode to it, which I freaking love. It's an extremely good ship. Its hyperdrive is absolutely glorious. It allows you to go really fast in QT. I know I said hyperdrive. I know it's quantum drive. But I want to say hyperdrive once in my life in this game. So yes, its quantum drive is absolutely fantastic. And overall, in my opinion, it is the ship of my dreams. It is my dream to own this ship. The only problem, it costs a fuckload. This is the Vanguard Warden, the slightly under-tiered, but just as useful piece of equipment. I mean, any of these particular ships you do not want to fuck with, but the Warden and the Vanguard both have exceptional capacity. So as you can see, this particular version has weapon storage, little MFD sort of rack. You've got more livable conditions. You've got munitions. Same sort of style, only instead of having a weapons bar, you've got this lovely little shit sour, which it all works in favor. So again, really good ship. Really love the design. I am desperate to have one, but unfortunately, it's just so expensive. And with Christmas right round the corner, I'd have to wait till I get paid again. So, yes. It is depressing as all hell. Right, so we've kind of shot through the other things. The hoplite. Actually, I will look at the hoplite. Look at the hoplite. Now, the hoplite is, in fact, the dedicated troop transport. There we go. So, the hoplite is the dedicated troop transport, which means that there is no capacity for any of you guys to, you know, sit down and enjoy. But you do get a full squad-size element inside, plus weapon support and everything. Also, probably is a lighter armed vessel of the amount. But you're going in there to transport troops. You're not really dedicated for living in certain conditions. Someone had obviously forgotten their bag. Oh, naughty, naughty. It's probably where they got all the porn stash. Anyway, so yes, oh god, that is... Oh, that's a jar. Is that a jar? Or is that a jar? Oh, my brain's starting to scream internally. Right, anyway, so this is the hoplite. So it would make sense for me to go have a look at the last one. Now, the Sentinel, if I'm not mistaken, is either the Police Edition or the Scout Edition. No, the Worgans have Scout Edition, so one would assume it's the Cyber Warfare Edition. Which it is! Oh, wow. It's very fancy. Oh, damn. This must be the E-Warfare style. Wait, hang on. That's cool. That's actually legit cool. I do like this interior. The lighting and everything, I very much like. This is, in fact, this particular version is, in fact, has the cheapest... I think this is the cheapest one available at the moment. I can kind of see why. The weapon systems probably aren't as advanced. There are probably a few things. This is possibly for monitoring or for security. But it looks really bloody good. Definitely liking that as well. So, yeah, there you go. The absolute beauts that is the Aegis Dynamics. Now, regretfully, we have to, not exactly speed run, but we do have to, in order to keep this video within a decent amount of time, I do have to kind of run a little bit and give a little bit less of a preview. Normally, we have... only a certain amount of things, but this day of all days, this day has got a pretty big surprise coming for it. Oh my god, look at the fucking size of the ship! Ah! This is fucking huge! Okay, yeah, this was considered the largest vessel in Star Citizen. Look, there's a fucking port! Oh my god. Okay, so you may recall there was a video on the previous episode. I made mention... Oh, no, was it in this one? Or was it... No, it was yesterday's. I made mention about Starfarer, right? Well, this beats Starfarer by a considerable amount. Like, it's so big, it takes up the entire fucking... Oh my god. Yeah, you can tell. This ship is fucking huge. Anyway, so let's get in, shall we? This is ridiculous. So this, of course, which I don't even think we can get unless... Can I get in this way? Or is this just not a way to get in? Or is this just a look at the ship's butthole stand? This probably is just a look at the ship's butthole. This, of course, is the Reclaimer, I think it is. Is it the Reclaimer? I don't know. I can't rent it. No, I can. It is the Reclaimer. And I apparently can rent it. I didn't think you could rent it, considering it's so fucking huge. Right. Slight snag. How do you get access to the thing? Oh, is it this button over here? Oh no, that's a turret. Jesus. How the hell are you going to get it into this vessel? No less. Well, I saw that it had a cargo bay, so one would assume... I may have to edit this. For the first time, I may have to actually properly figure out and edit this, because I am desperate to get on this thing. This reclaimer... Well, we'll talk about the reclaimer as I'm trying to get in. So, the reclaimer is what is known as a salvage ship, and what it does is, as it probably says on the tin, it salvages wrecks for various useful bits, and we'll actually, later into the game... good, someone's come down. Jump. Right, yes. Definitely. Cargo hold. This thing has multiple fucking... Oh my god. Okay, so from now on I'm going to say this. Blind. Right, let's go from cargo bay. This is going to be a fucking long video. Oh my god. Oh. Jesus. Oh my god. Okay, so as I said, remember that video I made yesterday where I said, "Oh, wouldn't it be awesome if we had like a machinima series?" Well, shit, son. We need... Oh my god, this is ridiculous. So this is just a cargo room, and there's no door. But I don't care. Jesus Christ, it's ridiculous. So let's do a bit of discussing. Oh, is it actually not going to let me on? Oh no. Here it is. Here we go. So the Reclaimer is what is known as a salvage ship, which in future iterations, and eventually maybe someday when we do get final launch, the ship will basically be designed to go to various wreck sites and, in short, take apart destroyed ships, salvage what you can from them, and then utilize the materials to... there we go. And salvage the materials to... there we go. To sell for minerals, profit, scrap, all sorts of things. And it looks absolutely fantastic. It's fucking huge, though. And it's going to be very, very awesome. Right, so... Unfortunately, we've probably got loads of other players running around it, so unfortunately, I'm getting a bit... Hey, there we go. Right, cool. So, we want to go up. Unfortunately, the downside of the... right, salvage processing. So, I'm going to assume... Oh my god, it's so many. Right, so... Hopefully we get a chance to see further into the ship, but I imagine there are many versions. So this is where all the holds for the salvage will be. I'm going to kind of go here. It looks absolutely incredible. Like, just the scale of this thing is ridiculous. Right. Well, good. The person is starting to see some sense, at least. It's irritating when you're with other people. You kind of want them to fuck off. Right. I'm going to assume it's the same. Ah, no, we're here. Good. Right, good. So this is the... Must be what when you're salvaging a bits of equipment and stuff, you get to sort of see what's going on inside. Just look at the scale of this thing. It's ridiculous. So this is the salvage room. So, as said, what will happen is you will see a whole bunch of things. Like you'll be able to like salvage destroyed ships, destroyed equipment, all that stuff, and it is incredible. And obviously you can fall down there and whatnot, and the ship can do whatever. This is definitely one of the more industrialized ship, which, again, just you could totally make a machinima out of. I think you could make a horror machinima out of this. Definitely, most definitely, can you make a... You can most definitely make a horror machinima out of this environment. Just look at the scale of this ship. It's ridiculous. Right, let's get onto the habitation deck, shall we? So, obviously, oh, what? You go down for the habitation deck? Oh shit, you do. No, I think it's just glitching. No, habitation. 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 Is it not going to let me have it? Oh no, it's just taking its time. So, yeah, this is a humongous ship. But I can just imagine, like... Okay, so, say for example, in EVE Online... Oh, there we go. You remember the massive battle that, like, cost hundreds of thousands of real dollars and everything? And it was one of the largest, like, battles... Oh boy, that does not make me feel good. It was one of the largest... Okay, right, there we go. Oh my god, look at this! What is this? Oh shit, that's the cooling. Use engineer station. Yep, there we go. So what you'll get is probably something to do with this. So you can talk about like what kind of system you want to have or how much signal they're blaring out. This is incredible. This gives me an Alien vibe, definitely. Like, it is incredible how much detail goes into these ships, and all the more reason why I love this game so much. Oh wow, like just look at all of these. Oh wow, sorry, I'm completely losing all sense of professionality on this one. I'm sorry about that, but it is just absolutely phenomenal. The quality of shipbuilding in this is ridiculous. So yeah, so imagine trying to get back onto the main subject. Imagine the Battle of Eve, right? You know, the massive one of BR4B. And you are a salvage company. Imagine how much they have their own fucking airlock. Ah, and there's the outer thing, so if you wanted to get out, because of course you would. Oh, it looks so rusted and shit. I love it. This kind of style. Oh, look at that. The damaged pipe work. The semi... This is looking more and more like Alien. I swear to God. Like the padding on the side, depending of course on if you trip or in 0G. Oh, wow. I could totally film something in here. I could agree with you on that. Look at the shitty quality, like, material, but it's not shitty quality. Oh, wow. Oh, look, there's the HABs section as well. So, like, this certain thing. They actually have pretty decent beds and whatnot, and locker doors, and someone clearly not closing their locker, so, you know, that's been pilfered. Oh, look, unisex bathrooms and everything, so... Slightly slippery floor. Oh, wow. Oh, it's automatic as well. Actual showers. Not shit shower as well. That's actually pretty good. Oh, look, there's the toilets. Real sense of privacy in that regard. GG. Wow, this place looks awesome. I love this ship. Not because it's something that I want to use, but I just love the aesthetics of it. I love... Ever since starting this game, I've grown more and more fond of the shit looking. I don't know why. But something that's been lived in, something that's been used for God knows how long, and like is barely, it's not that it's barely functioning, but it's that it's functioning, but it's not pretty when it's doing it. I love this. I love the fact that you get a really tiny view hole inside this whole thing. So, you know, God forbid, I prefer not to even see this space, because that would terrify me, I imagine. But yeah, so trying to get back to the main subject. Ah, this must be the captain's office. Yes, this definitely looks like a captain's room. So, yep. Well, maybe not even a captain's room. I mean, he does have his own private bog and... Oh, God, he gets the lion's share of the toilet paper. Jeez. Oh, he better not. He better not. No. No. Good. This is why Star Citizen is superior to most other video games. They see the common sense of putting the toilet paper in front and not behind because not retarded. What the fuck? Oh my god, that is terrifying. That is terrifying. Oh, the reflection looks really nice. Anyway, so I'm going to assume this is a captain's... I am going to assume this is a captain's office, or a captain's room with a captain's office. So, anyway, if I'm going to try and eventually get round... He got his own bloody wardrobe, the fucker. So, I'm going to try and eventually get round to the main purpose of the subject I was attempting to talk about earlier. So... Oh, hang on. Oh, please spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Spin around. Spin around. No! Why would you do that? That's not fair. You should be able to make a spin around a check. So, imagine the aftermath of B5RB, and you and your friends get called. Okay, I am seriously getting alien vibes now. This is actually kind of freaky. And you and your friends get called, and, you know, you and your clanmates or your friends get the call and say, guys, there's been this massive battle outside the Hurston. 70 ships were engaged and like 60 of them got blown up. And like every salvager's hopes and dreams are in that. Because imagine how many ships you could salvage for valuable parts, electronics, spare weapons, unused weapons, all sorts. And like imagine the kind of money you could make just taking all those weapon ships and, you know, grunching them apart, redistributing them back into the game, and then going with that. It's quite insane to say the least. And there's the bridge option as well. Turret access, grav gen room. Oh, what? Look at that. So that must be how gravity is generated in Star Citizen. You know, I'd love for a scientist to actually... Well, I'd love to sit down and have a scientist sort of... I mean, ship designers and scientists study these sort of things. I mean, to be honest with you, I would love... Oh my god. You do not want to fall down here. Jeez. Yeah, this video is going to be a long one, I'm afraid, guys. It's... Oh, I'm sliding down. Nice. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm still going. Oh. I've gone very high, apparently. There we go. So this must be... What? Oh, wow. No, this is... Oh, my God. Look at that! This must be the area where you, like, operate the grinding machines and whatnot. This is actually kind of terrifying. Oh, yeah. There you go. So if you imagine you and your friends going through all the fields of, like, scrap and all the other bits, trying to salvage as much as you can, and win out on the main deck of the bridge. So, tractor beam operator. I'm going to assume you're another tractor beam. So yeah, how... Oh, wow. This is the kind of ship I'd like to be in. Maybe not as a pilot or a captain, but as sort of a member of the crew, like servicing station or whatnot, making sure that the engine temperature's not over top. Or, you know, you're part of a independent sort of group with a bunch of people, and like you're talking with someone, and that you're talking about salvage work. So like maybe, you know, you hire some local guards or something to try and make it... Where does this go? I have no idea what this is. Is it like some kind of lift? I have no idea. Close door. I have no idea what this is. I'll be honest with you. Right, well I'm going to have to abandon this thing, but whatever the hell this thing is, it looks cool. Oh, wow. This is awesome. I fucking love this ship. Like, I'm never going to be able to own one, and nor do I want to use one in actual combat. Like, oh, it sounds weird. I love the ship. I know I'm never going to own one, nor am I ever going to appreciate... I'm never going to use one as an actual thing. Maybe in the future, who knows. If it doesn't work out with BSI, or if I take a step back, or if years have gone by and I'm an old git, and I want to just do a salvaging job, this will be my kind of game. But anyway, let's go back up to the top with, of course, before we do anything, note it's a long ladder.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a fear in my heart.
That was way too short. I'm sad. But just look... Drone room. Drone room? We have drones? Drones? I didn't think we could have drones in this game. What? Holy shit. Is this a drone? Or am I just... Oh, wow. what? Or is this just like the ultimate Dance Dance Revolution game? Suddenly this holograph color comes. Hit left! Hit right! Oop. Hello! Sup? This is an incredible ship. Absolutely incredible ship. And I love it. I fully love it. It is absolutely fantastic. Let's actually have a look at turret access.
What a thrill.
No ladder is ever long enough, is it? Anyway. Whoa! Okay. Suddenly goes dark. So, let's have... Before we wrap up for this particular ship... Oh no, we can. Oh shit, I just realised I've had the light on. Well, we can kind of see all the works and the mechanics. We're on the roof.
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
Yeah, I'm on the top turret of the rear. Not entirely sure, but this thing is definitely... Like, this is the thing. This ship may be designed for a civilian purpose, but it is most certainly armed. Which is rather relieving to know that this ship is not completely defenseless, though it's probably not going to be designed for something that quite, you know, that is... God, imagine just being stuck down here on this thing for, like, hours on end. I mean, this would be a nice, cozy job, just being on the turret duty for a while. But, yeah, it would still kind of suck. But no, like, this ship can defend itself, but obviously it's not probably designed as much to withstand the kind of crap that goes on in here. But still, it's actually pretty awesome nonetheless. So I think that's all we're going to really showcase for this ship, which, I'm not going to lie, I think there's probably shitloads more we can look for. The escape pod. Oh, it was an escape pod. Right. Okay. So obviously someone had already jettisoned. The fact that we're going into the habitation labs. There's also... I think I've already been here, haven't I? Yes. Docking. Yeah, it's a docking area. Oh my god. There is just so much of this ship that I absolutely love. I also love the alien vibe. Seriously. Look at this room. Any second now, there's going to be a bunch of people sitting on this thing. One guy's going to fall on the top of that table, spilling that very odd-looking soup. And an alien, or xenomorph's going to come out of his chest. It's just... Oh. It looks absolutely incredible. I love this ship. It just is so beautiful. Oh. I don't even know if this is the top of the ship. No, we've got more. What's up the top? Salvage balcony. Alright, let's see what this salvage balcony is. Ah, right. I see, so it's literally just the top of the salvage room. But, still, does the job. Anyway, let us exit this ship. My god, what a journey. This ship is absolutely fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I cannot wait for this functionality to be in the game. Seriously. I can't wait. I am desperate for this functionality to be involved in the game. Because just look at the fucking scale of this ship. Jesus. Like, my god. Like, all other ships, with the exception of the 890... Oh, that's what it is. Ah. It's a lift into the ship. For non-crew members, I see. Still fucking huge. Just look at the fucking scale of this ship. And there's the tractor beam. This is just... Oh, my god. My mind is bloody broken. It is... Oh, just so fucking awesome. Love this game. Again, I cannot wait until we get that fun, you know, that capacity for the ship to work. I just can't wait. It is just overwhelming. And here's the kicker. There is apparently a second access thing, because when I was on the elevator coming down, I noticed there are two options on the lifts. So let us discover whether or not I am going to be disappointed or whether I'm going to be super excited. Because, if I'm not mistaken, yep, there is an expo hall too. So, right, how far? Oh, we're going even further down. How many meters? Oh, it's only 200 meters. Oh, shit. Oh, oh boy. Yeah, I had a feeling we'd see that. Right, okay. Two things. Two ships, which I am very, very kind of intrigued about. One of which I actually saw months ago, when I actually got back into this game. This is the Aegis Eclipse. A friend of mine actually bought, not bought this, a friend of mine actually won this ship, because he, very luckily was the first one to type its name. I think there was a gift show, like a gifting, event going on, and the people were saying, hey, be the first person to type this ship's name, and you'll win the ship. And he was literally just about to finish typing a message saying, hey, that's a good looking eclipse. So all he had to do was just press enter, and he won. What are the chances? So if you don't know what this particular ship is, this is the Aegis Eclipse, which in simple talk is, what if you tried to get a B-2 bomber in Star Citizen? You get the Aegis Eclipse. Now, it is quite simply a bomber. It has access to some pretty fucking hefty sized, not machine guns, those are just the self-defenses, but on the this particular vessel has torpedoes and missiles in mind, all in the underbelly. But obviously also it has a stealth focus as well. So it has some very, very powerful stealth abilities as well as some very, very, very awesome offensive capabilities. So anyway, let's don to the right. This is going to be probably the longest video we've done for the series, so guarantees on whether this video is going to be coming out today at the time of the recording or not remains to be seen. But we'll talk about these two large vessels and then we'll go on to some of the more simple but awesome vessels at the same time. So this is the Reclaimer. No, Reclaimer? No, it's not the Reclaimer. Or is it the... No, sorry. My brain farted. It's not the Reclaimer. The Retaliator. Yes, the Retaliator. Not that you can retaliate after being hit by whatever the fuck that is. Let me just get a little close up. Because, yeah. So, the ship is called the Retaliator, but I dare you to be retaliatory against that. Just gonna let you know, it's not possible. So, this is a torpedo boat / giant fuck-off bomber. Well, more the fuck-off bomber style than a torpedo boat. But still, I call it a torpedo boat because it has torpedoes. Anyway, let's get in this ship. Oh, and I'm apparently halfway into the ship now, GG. Right, so this is my second time actually getting onto the vessel, so let's just close that down. So as you can see, it's a fairly simplified, but mainly thin... Oh, that's cool. I like the metallic feel to it. Oh, there's even the shower. Nice. And it's not a shit shower, which is lovely. Shit showers. Never again. But no, so this particular vessel is a dedicated bomber-style / offensively nasty piece of kit. As you can see, you've got the two torpedoes, the size, I'm going to say size 9 torpedoes. So smack anything on the side with those things, and I'm guaranteed you're going to see a big kadoom, or, you know, whatever kind of sound it makes whenever you see a giant... Oh, what's going on? I am in the turret. Oh, nice. Didn't realise there was a turret defense system on this ship. Ah, sorry, I just had to drink the last of the coffee. Oh, there is a turret. Okay. Sorry, I am not too knowledgeable on this ship, but I was under the impression... I saw that there were some turrets, like, in regards to the rear, but I didn't realise there were that many turrets. I thought it was more just like one of those vessels that had limited weapons, but it was a dedicated torpedo bomber. But, hey-ho, I was wrong. It has some pretty good self-defense capacity. Oh, another turret defense. This is ridiculous. This is a very good turret location. So what, is this one at the bottom, I'm assuming? And, oh, God, imagine this in VR. Ho, 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 ho. Sure thing. Wait, what weapons are these? Oh, that's cool. Oh, I'd have to have them staggered. Yeah, so this is going down the main fuselage towards the bow section. Okay. But again, imagine being in VR. Oh, God, that would make you feel weird. I mean, what I'd do is I'd just close my eyes until the thing said you're safe. Yay. Right, let's open this door. Right, so let's get to the pilot seat if we can. So, yes, the main, well, oh, let's just walk carefully. Ah, you must be the engineering sort of thing. So, I've only been on this vessel once, and that was when I was on an op with BSI. But I will say, on the limited amount of time that we had on this vessel, I was already very much impressed at the quality of the ship. It looks absolutely awesome. The viewing deck for the weapon is hilarious. It looks absolutely awesome. Making our way towards the pilot. As you can see, there's loads of defenses here on this particular ship. Having noticed... Oh, there's also another deck as well up here, which is actually awesome. Oh, that's a nice view. So, I'm going to assume another turret defense. Going along the main fuselage, and here is the crew quarters. This is nice and cozy, I'm not gonna lie. Very simplistic, like extremely simplistic. You are pretty much, if we can enter the bed, anyone who has claustrophobia, oh my god, Jesus. Oh, there's even a little thing that locks you in, so you know, guaranteed to have claustrophobia now. Oh, this feels horrible. Like, it's cramped, but if you're on an operation and you want to have some shut-eye, yeah, this is definitely, yeah, this is literally a utilitarian in nature sort of thing. But no, I like it. I like it a lot. It looks very nice, but it works. Again, a lot of these ships just works. Ah, this must be the captain's quarters, because you know he has slightly more room, but not a lot. And his bed looks slightly nicer, so who knows, maybe it's whatever. But this, again, there is plenty of opportunities here for machinimas. I really wish machinimas were a thing still. I mean, they probably are, but it's not as much as they used to be. Like, you know, I'm talking like the stuff like Clear Skies, you know? My god, that was a great show. If any of you guys who are watching this have ever watched Clear Skies, you are bros. It's such a good series. Best combination of like Eve and Half-Life I've ever seen. Anyway, so now we go on to the second largest ship. Of course, this is the oh god, my brain is failing today. Oh, I've known it for fucking ages. What are you? Hang on. There's probably another way for me to get to it. Hammerhead, there we go. God, I'm such an idiot. No, wait, the hammerhead, I wanted to... Fucker. Alright, so this is the hammerhead. It is a, well, frigate, destroyer, gunboat. Right, let's see what we can do. Can we get on? Yep. Let's get right into this thing. Now, obviously, not as big as, well, is big, but is not as big as that Reclaimer. Holy shit. So this is a gun frigate. I mean, it's kind of hard to... I can't remember the exact description of this thing, but this is basically one of the first sort of big frigate-like, or cruiser or whatever. I'm trying to really remember the way of what it was described as. I remember it was either... frigate or it's like a destroyer, but basically it's a tiny ship but has lots of turrets along this, you know, at the ends of it, its fuselage, and also it's got its own sort of select weapons array and designs, and is a very good sort of medium to probably somewhat heavy escort ships. Yeah, I would say definitely, in my logic, I mean, I'm not much of a naval person, but my brain cells would say it's an escort ship. There's the old access to the different sort of shower shitters. Oh no, just the shitters. So wait, that's the shower. So this must be the shower. No, it's not. Holy shit. There is a shitter. It's only a shitter. Holy shit, it's holy shit, it's a shitter. So this must be the showers then. Yep, there you go. Yep. Nice. Nice. So yes, this is pretty much the sort of escort ship is what I would say this vessel is. It's got some luxuries, which I'm not going to lie. It's got about 2 to 3 decks worth of equipment and whatnot. You've got the upper deck sort of stuff going on to there. I say 2 to 3. There are like bits of where you have a 3rd floor, but really it's just 2 decks. Yeah, like you could argue that's like a deck, but yeah. Loads of turrets, loads of defense. Looking absolutely gorgeous. And there's a giant fuck-off door in the opening, which, by the way, if you ever do get it, don't run out. Because if you do... Hang on. You'll close the door. No. There, if we go slightly... Yeah, now you'll notice it sounds a little bit like I'm outside, isn't it? Yeah, well that's because... If you do... Oh, good God. You fall out, and you're going to do yourself some nasty mischief. So, a good tip, don't go through that door. That's probably a docking collar or something like that. But no, like if you're going from ship to ship or ship to... if you're going from ship to space, then sure, that's a great idea. But apart from that, don't do it. So yeah, I wouldn't really classify this as a frigate or a cruiser, but more like an escort ship than anything. It's got the capacity to provide that militarily strong position. It's got air escape pods. It's got shitloads of turrets. Like, if you had a full crew on this ship, it's ridiculous. So, here's the captain's quarters. And, yeah, it looks pretty damn good. He's got books. Fucking hell, paperback as well. I learned from my fish tank. Everything I know about dogfighting, I learned from my fish tank. Of course. Whitley's Guide to Weapons. Nice, nice. I like Whitley. He's an awesome dude. I'm so glad they really made something of it. Oh, God, yeah. Look at that! God. The captain has luxury. Jesus. He's even got himself a couple of good shoes as well. Okay, now this you have to let me sit in. Come on. There you go. Yeah, see, this one rotates. Look. How badass do you look when you're doing this? Now, admittedly, you could be watching, well, not safe for work videos, but at least you'll be able to turn around and be like, we have been expecting you, Mr. Bond. Jesus Christ. Anyway. So, let's now go to the, we see there's another turret over there. Right, there it is, upper deck. So, let's go on the upper deck where the crew are. Ah, that looks a bit convincingly scary. Oh, it's because the door was closed. So this is the crew deck, like basically the mess hall. Simplified, but good. It's got a nice little section up there, going from the crew thing to. Admittedly, this is the supplies, but you could also stick a few weapons in here. But you know, nothing that requires a chef to do it, because obviously this looks more like self-served than anything. But regardless, important. Keeping the crew's morale up is having hot food is always important. Nice little. I'm not entirely sure what this is. Probably. Oh, it's a shield generator. Okay. And access to this little panel over here, where the engineer can actually look in the look. This actually is pretty cool, because what you can do is you can actually store probably some vehicles, some other aspects. So as I said, this feels like a light escort carrier, but you know, light escort ship. Than anything. There's no real hard-hitting weapons, at least to my knowledge, that is utilized by the player on the ship. This has mainly just a fuckload of turrets, which is not a bad thing by any mean of the foot. But obviously, when it comes down to offensive capability, this thing is just really good at tanking shit. Anyway, so what we'll do now is we'll go to the bridge, which is why I'd say there's 3 floors in this particular game. In this particular ship. Even though you could argue there's only 2. But eh. So, in order to access the bridge, you have one of 2 ways. Well, there's 2 ways. 1, you can take the ladder option. Or 2, there's like an elevator if you're feeling lazy. I will take the ladder option. because I like ladders.
with darkness and silence through the night.
And my character is now stuck. You joking? You're not joking. Wow, my character is now stuck permanently.
Melt into you. What a
He doesn't know what to do. Oh god. Really? I've been singing your praises all this time, Star Citizen, and now you're punishing me by being like, don't trust ladders, we'll get stuck on you. Oh my god. Wait, if I... Can I... I can't do anything, can I? I'm actually fucking stuck. I'm locked in the animation, am I? Yes, I am. Oh, that's depressing. Well, unfortunately, that is going to have to probably be it for today. Or at least I'm going to have to now kill myself. Go to... come back to the thing and do a quick... Yeah, well, no, actually, yeah. No, we need to finish this. There's only the things. Well, unfortunately, we can't see the bridge, but... The Hammerhead is available for viewing anyway on Hurston in Lawville. There's basically a ship shop, which once you get off your ship and if you land it over at Lawville, as you're leaving the airfield, you will notice a sort of passageway to the right, which takes you to the ship shop, which allows you to purchase ships with in-game currency. And what is available apart from a Constellation Phoenix is also the Hammerhead. I highly advise you go take a look at it, because this is one of the few aircraft that you can actually quite easily look at any time you really want to. It's just go to Hurston if you want to afford it. It is an absolutely lovely ship and has a very good bridge, which you're going to just have to take my word on for today, because unfortunately my character, having slid for so long, suddenly had an aneurysm. Still sliding to his death. He just couldn't handle it. Anyway, I will see you guys when we're back at the last things to look at in our little experience. So here we are at the bridge section of the Hammerhead, and as you can see, it is a level lower than the other items, which is pretty freaking dope. But as I have spent a really long time getting here, because when I died, I returned at Port Olisar. That's right. There's a weird glitch going on, which I have no idea why, but it's there. Where for some reason you land in certain areas. I think, and basically, it doesn't count that you've landed. So when you respawn at the last place you officially landed, finger quote, at, which is really depressing. So a long trip later, and here we are. But regardless, we're on the final stretch now. So anyone who's still here, thank you very much for doing so. So anyway, these are the Avenger series. Now, depending on which version you get, I mean, obviously this is the Titan variant, and I would say, just as a general sweeping statement before we look at all the other ships, this is the best starting ship in the game. Hands down, if you want to get into Star Citizen and you want to have the best opportunity to start at a good point, this ship is your answer. This thing has everything you could need to start your experiences. You've got a ballistic size 2 chain gun, which is very useful for dealing with bog standard enemies. You then, on top of that, have 2 laser repeaters on your wingtips, which are also gimbal mounted, so making your capacity to shoot shit a lot more likely. And finally, you've got some size 1 to 2 missiles on this side. So you've got the 3 packages. You've got the ballistic weapon, you've got the laser weapon, you've got the missiles. And not only that, but if we go to the back of the ship, you also have your own little cargo space. Now again, it's not a huge one, it's not a ginormous one, but it can do a variety of things. One, can transport a number of your friends, and even a small squad if you're part of a small clan/org, to do certain things. It also acts as a great cargo bay area. As you can see, there is a limit on how much cargo you can have, but if you're just doing the bog standard, grab a box, travel halfway across the verse, and complete a task, then there you go, you've got yourself a decent amount of stuff, which is really awesome. So the next feature which makes this ship truly useful is that it comes with its own bed. Now, in Star Citizen, for those who don't know, you the concept in the future is that wherever you log off, be it inside your ship or in whatever, you can actually go, most of the time you log off with your bed. So you enter your bed, and there will be an option for you to log off there or get off the bed. Now, in the future, the game will hopefully be at a point where you can quite happily log in and out of your game just by the bedside. So, for example, if you're on a planet and you don't really want to go to anywhere, or you're really tired, or you don't want to go to an official government place, logging off your bed here, you respawn, or when you go back into the game, you were where you're last located as well. It's a very awesome system, and I think it's vital for a new player to have the ability to log out of the bed and be able to sleep off depending on what kind of level of energy your character has. Also, this does have some, admittedly non-functional at this point, bare necessities for survival capacity, but it's still there. Finally, you have the pilot seat, which is a nice little turnaround, but also, as we go into here, you're greeted with an exceptionally good field of view, unobstructed, completely fantastic field of view. So it gives you a massive, it allows you to see the mass scale of the ship, and as you can see, it's a single-seater. It's fairly maneuverable. It's fairly useful. The MFDs are also extremely helpful. The radar is actually really good. It's simple, but it's refined. You've got the different MFDs detailing you important stuff. Don't forget, guys, holding the F button and the WASD keys, or using the WASD keys, I can negotiate. I can move around my MFDs exceptionally quickly. So overall, this particular ship is an extremely valuable and useful asset to any new player entering into Star Citizen. And this ship is part of a line of ships, one of which we'll be seeing opposite us, actually has quite the awesome ability to make your character a pretty badass hunter of sorts. Let's go showcase this. So, at the moment in the game, you can access bounty hunting missions here. Hang on, let me just quickly get the contracts up. So as you can see, you can become a bounty hunter. And then generally what happens is you get these little bounty hunter missions where you are told to go to X, kill Y, and, equals contract pay. Where in the future, you'll be able to get live specimens. And as you can see, can you open these things? Oh, you can. Fantastic. So the general theory is that in the future, you'll be able to capture live bounties. So for argument's sake, you've captured a guy who's been wanted for murdering or for rape or whatever. You close him inside. Boom. There you go. He is now trapped. And then you take him alive, probably in a more stable state, shall we say. And then upon releasing him to the authorities, you get your patent contract there. So you can capture your opponent dead or alive. Same layout as before, but this time your cargo bay has been replaced with live pods for you to utilize capturing. Unfortunately, that kind of bounty hunting isn't quite in the game yet, but once we've gotten through a couple of the quality of life assurances, yeah, you bet your fucking ass we're going to be getting that. Right, now the Warlock. Now, I've not seen this variant before, but if I'm not mistaken, this is the one with the EMP. Yes, it is. So this is the this is the Avenger Warlock. This has a very special piece of equipment, which looks really shiny and oh wow, it's even fucks with the display. So this is the EMP variant of the Warlock. Now, unfortunately, you lose your entire cargo space, but what you can do is activate an EMP that fucks with all the systems. So this is quite a substantially powerful EMP style weapon. So imagine in the future you wanting to not... Imagine if this paired with a Mantis, you could gank someone and completely disable their shields, forcing them to either surrender or get completely blitzed. So this particular vessel is going to be very effective in that regard. Definitely going to be a thing to be wary of. Now this is the Titan Renegade. This is the more flash version of the ship, as you can see by the level of gold plating and the more darker toned. The cannon especially. Whoa. Sorry, it looks nice. But again, it's pretty much the same thing. It's just a slightly more refined version. Literally the same. Maybe a slightly... It's literally you just got slightly better weapons and slightly... Maybe there are some modifications. Maybe it's got the higher quality shield generator, the engines and all that. Because don't forget, guys, you can upgrade your ships, even if you got the bog standard one, by upgrading its engine parts, its equipment, and whatnot. So, the Aegis Avenger Titan series is something that I would always recommend to a new player, no matter what people say about other ships. I mean, the Reliant... excuse me. The Reliant series is something that I'm coming into question, but to be honest with you, the Reliant series is something that, while it does have the same price tag, it doesn't quite have the same new player friendliness that this particular ship has. It's universally... the universal simplicity of the design means that if you may not know how to play Star Citizen, but you've played a few flight games in your time, so you generally know that you generally know landing gear, wings, rudder, engine. So these concepts are fairly familiar to you, and there's no advanced systems like the gyro for the engine for the Reliant series, or making sure not to jump out your pilot seat, whatever. But no, overall, that is the best vehicle for the thing. And that is where we finally come to the end of our day. So, oops, there we go. Almost fluffed that one. There you go. So, there you go, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. Thank you very much for sticking with me on this particularly long episode. This sadly will come out the day after the thing. So, by the time this goes out, another day will be in. So, I hope you have enjoyed this particular day when this was made available. And I hope to see you in the next one, which on that one, I'm actually finishing work early, which means I can get back home sooner, which means I can record faster. Yes! Yes, lovely, lovely. Anyway, thank you very much once again for watching. I hope to catch you next time. You know what? Let's just sort of pose here, shall we? There we go. It's all about the posing, you know. It's never about actually talking to you. It's all about the pose. I'm like, oh, check out that girl behind me, sort of deal. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for me. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I'll see you next time. This is Mr. Jaeger, signing out.